Hey guys, so we are back at Cherokee Park and we are going to go on a trail walk, and we are going to see what we can find. I've got my poke stick and I've got my trash bag, and let's see what we can find that other people did not dispose of properly. So, all right, here we go. Okay, so here we are down at the water. Going to do a little bit of some cleaning up down here. Specifically, I saw this. So there is a aluminum can just kind of hanging out, obviously placed by someone. That's not cool. And so I'm gonna go grab it. So let's go grab it. So this is an aluminum can. I'm kind of wondering how many years this will take. Go ahead and find it on your paper and make a guess. So taking your dog on a walk is great. Taking them on a hike is even better sometimes. However, you want to make sure that you have poop bags, right? Well, that's great to go ahead and pick up your dog's poop and put it in a poop bag, but just leaving that bag on the side is kind of gross. So leaving that right there is real gross, but I'm gonna go ahead, pick it up, and let's see. I mean, that bag has a biodegradable lifespan, and I'm sure it's not too, it's probably not too short. So why don't we go ahead and pick this up for whoever left it here. Alright, so I just stopped on the trail and I found a chip bag where there's a lot of water runoff. If you can see, let's see, back here you might be able to see where there's a water runoff pipe. That's where a lot of trash gets collected a lot of the time. It's usually not on the trail because mostly people who hike and like to be outdoors, they usually take good care of, they use the principles of leave no trace. So I found this chip bag, and so find that on your activity sheet and take a guess. All right, I got it. Let's keep going. Okay, I said usually you don't find things along the trail. Well, I found this pillow, and don't know why it's here, but I am going to take it just because I'm sure does not have a very long, or I'm sure it has a very long biodegradable time period. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it and we'll get going. All right, got it. Let's go. And here we have more dog poop bags. Great! Gonna grab those too. I came upon this banana peel. A lot of the time people think, I'm going to have a healthy snack, it's going to be fruit, it'll be fine. But actually leaving the rind of any sort of banana peel is actually a problem because it takes a long time to biodegrade, and it is also not native to this area. So animals start to eat that instead of eating what they really should be eating, and so we have to make sure that we pick that up and we put it in the trash. We don't put it on the ground. All right, I grabbed my banana peel. Go ahead and find it on your worksheet and guess how long it would take to biodegrade. So I just came off the trail. I found some glass bottle and another aluminum can, but unfortunately some people, some adults come off and drink some not so great beverages when they are going out in the woods. So I'm not going to show you the bottles themselves, but just know I got a glass bottle and another aluminum can. All right, let me pick it up. All right, let's take a look at some of the stuff that we found today on our hike. Okay, so looking at this, we have the pillow, we have the paper napkin, we have the aluminum can, we have the glass bottle, we have the chip bag, we have the banana peel, we have the dog poop bag, gross, and we have the hand sanitizing wipe. You also want to be aware of what kind of trash cans you have in your park, whether they are, bare trash cans or they're just regular trash cans. If they are trash cans with a lid on it and then bungee cord around it, you don't want the local animals to get into the trash cans if that is a problem. So a lot of the times if they are bare trash cans, they are kind of like a mailbox, and you pull it down and then you stuff the trash in there and it goes in there so that the bears can't get to it. Or if it is a trash can with a bungee over it, that's usually for raccoons to make sure that they don't get into it. So always be aware of the kinds of trash cans that you are putting them in, and what you're putting in there as well. If it is a recycling trash can, if it's a regular trash can, just be aware of what signage is around it. Okay, so you're in the backcountry and you've just had your lunch, and oh my goodness, so you are walking along and you feel your tummy rumbling. So I'm going to teach you how to go number 2 in the woods. All right, let's look at what I have laid out here, and I'll show you all of the things that I keep in my, I call it my poop bag. We call it our poop bag. So I'm going to show you what's in my poop bag, and why, and tell you a little bit about why I have that. So, all right, let's see. All right, so here's my poop bag. I have, first of all, it's in a waterproof dry bag. That's so that if anything leaks inside of it, it doesn't get all over everything else in my bag. And then also, if anything gets inside of it, it won't actually hurt anything that's inside of here. So on the outside, I have a hand sanitizer, which, you know, it's good. This might be a bit much if you're going on a really long hike, just because it's a lot of weight, but it is helpful if you're going on like a day hike. The hand sanitizer is good because it doesn't have any wipes or anything like that you'll need to carry out with you. I have a whistle on the outside of my bag because sometimes what you're going to want to do, first of all, is you're going to want to be 200 feet off of the trail in any direction, 200 feet away from any water source, and so you want to make sure that you are away from people, out of people's eyesight, and sometimes you're out of the sight of trails. So if you easily get turned around, or if you accidentally get turned around, this is a good way to make sure that you can be heard if you can't find trail again. But hopefully that doesn't happen. It's just a extra accident, hopeful kind of a thing. So then inside the bag, this is kind of my emergency kit too, just in case, because I also have a compass and my emergency blanket and my emergency matches. So this is where I keep these, just because, again, if I get lost, these are an easy way to A, be found, and B, find my way to wherever I need to get back onto trail. That way I know where I am, I can make a fire, that kind of thing. It's a just in case sort of thing. So in here, so when you are on trail and you need to go to the bathroom, the first thing that you're going to want to do is make a cat hole. This is a collapsible trowel, and the cat hole that you want to dig is 5 inches deep by 5 inches across all the way around. So when you're digging the hole, you want to make sure that you know, if you can find what 5 inches is on your trowel, that way you can 5 inches deep, 5 inches across on all sides. So cool. There you go. You also want to have your toilet paper, right? So what I do when I need toilet paper, I have 2 different plastic bags that go with me to do my toilet paper. I have my clean bag, which you can see I have written clean on, and then I have my dirty bag that you can see I've written dirty on. That way, when both have about the same amount in it, I'm gonna know which one is which. the reason that you want to do this is because you cannot leave anything but your poop in the hole with it. This is not biodegradable. You can't put it in there. Even the biodegradable wipes that you might have or you might find in some sporting goods stores or anything like that, you still may have problems later on that it doesn't biodegrade automatically, and so you're still leaving something behind, and animals dig that up and they eat it, and not fun. So always want to make sure that you're packing in anything that you're packing, or that anything that you pack in, you pack out. Also, since we are females, that goes for any feminine hygiene products as well. So if you're using anything, you want to make sure that you have a big enough dirty bag to get you through where you need to go until you can get to a place where you can throw it away in the trash can. Awesome. So that is my poop bag. That is the entire thing, and so you want to make sure that anything that you pack in, you pack out. Okay, so we're going to dig our cat hole now. Anytime that you try and find a place to go to the bathroom, you want to make sure that the ground that you are about to go into is soft, soft enough that you can actually get in there with your trowel. So let me go ahead and make my hole. Okay, once you get your hole deep enough, you want to go ahead and do your business. And then notice that I kept all of the dirt around it, because once you get your dirt, or once you've done your stuff, you want to fill it back in, and you want to take a stick, preferably a larger one, and actually mix everything up in there. I like to leave a little stick there, just in case somebody else comes and tries to use that area. Then they know, oh, well, that doesn't look real. That's probably another hiker who has done something there. So just a little help from one hiker to another. All right, I'm gonna clean off my trowel, and then we can get. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to show you, that there is still a little bit of dirt still on my trowel. So when I get home, I want to make sure that I clean this off, because if I go hiking in a new spot, in a new area that isn't the same as the area that I was hiking in, taking dirt from one forest to another can be incredibly problematic. There are microbes in the soil that if I introduce it into another area, it can be very problematic for that area. So we really want to make sure that we're washing this when we go home. All right.